stuff.
We
I'm going
do.
through a lot, and I have a problem with chronic constipation. So I don't think I'm going to have that problem anymore.
Yay, Weber. And Weber, do you have any guests you want to say hello to that are on?
Yes. I can't see who is on right now, so hold on, y'all.
Joni, I think, just said she's a guest of yours.
Yes. Hi, Joni. Hi, Gwen. Hi, Sonia. I'm gonna say my sister's real name, Jocelyn, because we call her Getta. So I'm gonna say
okay. We like it. We love it. We like it. We love it. We're here for it. And yes, as Weber indicated, we make it kind of toilet with our talk, but it'll be good toilet talk, the kind that makes you feel better, and not the kind that you want to cover your ears for. We are, I was telling them earlier, we are all the Lord, a lot of love, but we meditate, we pray, we affirm, we're essential oils, yoga, we're all of that, right? And so with that, I just want to give a quick shout out to two of our other just wonderful leaders on our team that have taken time to join us today. Dr. Rachel Davis, who is a Emerald. She's one of our jewels, and all that means, y'all, is that she's helped a lot of people feel better sharing Plexus. And Rhea Moore, who is a diamond leader with us, and all that means is that she's helped a lot of people feel better and really even impact their health and their wealth. And so let's jump into it. Why you are on this call with us this Saturday. So, every time I lead a call, I kind of flip it around and shake it up and change it a little bit. So the first thing that I want to do, you guys, like we said, this is all transparency. We put it out there, show you the down, the dirty, the ugly, and then we're going to clean it up and bring it back around and make it pretty. But if you have a little scratch sheet of paper, or, if you want to just go ahead and go there with us, you can raise your hand. But as I read, and I'm going to read all of these because I think it really triggers something when you hear them one by one, some of the things that we're dealing with. I'm going to read some symptoms. And then I'm going to show you a video that connects for you the puzzle pieces, how all these different things can be related. Okay, so grab a pen if you want to be private about yours, grab a pen and you can just make a little check marks. And if you're just going to put yourself out there with us, raise your hand. Okay, so weight gain. Oh, and I'm going to be raising my hand when it applies to my pre-Plexus life. Okay, weight gain, obesity, increased belly fat, high carbs, sugar, alcohol cravings for dairy, sour foods, bulimia or anorexia, indigestion, acid reflux, bloating, gas, IBS, hypoglycemia, metabolic syndrome. I probably had that, but I'm not sure what it is. Thyroid dysfunction, oral thrush, constipation, diarrhea, PMS, headaches, migraines, sleep problems, night sweats, lack of concentration, mood swings. This is my column right here. Increased irritability, high anxiety. I mean, that's part of my testimony you guys will hear. Hyperactivity, ADD, memory problems. What did I come in this room again for? Brain fog, confusion, indecisiveness. I think I want to, but I don't. Should I? Oh my God, what would I do? Sense of floating. Yo, this is a weird thing, but I promise I had that. Okay, learning disabilities, depression, chronic fatigue, muscle weakness, irregular heartbeat, cold hands and feet, allergies, acne, eczema, dandruff, frequent infections, asthma, persistent cough. Okay, so Rachel, this must be your column. Itchy, running nose, sinus inflammation, ear pain and itching, chronic joint pain, low sex drive, impotence, painful intercourse, fungal infections, rectal, vaginal, itching. Okay, y'all, that's a lot of different symptoms that are affecting everything from top to bottom, literally, right? what do they have in common? And what we're here to tell you on this call is that what connects all of those things, column A, B, C, whether you look at it horizontally, vertically, whether you raised your hand as many times as I did, not at all, just once. If you didn't raise your hand, I promise God, you know somebody that has some of these things on this list, or I hate to tell you, you've had it for so long that you don't even realize you have it because now you've accepted it as your new normal. Gut imbalance and dysbiosis. And I said, Rachel, I wasn't going to call on you, but I think before we go.
I definitely can.
Okay. Yes, before we go into the video, will you talk a little bit about that?
I get all, ooh, y'all. So as a healthcare professional, I'm Dr. Rachel Davis. I am a licensed pharmacist, still practicing in the state of Texas. And I found Plexus. Plexus found me. And it was that those conversations that you have with people, especially women, that says, you know, I keep going to the doctor and they're telling me nothing's wrong, you know, or I keep having these infections and I keep just taking the advice. Oh, girl, I know what to do. I feel this, so I take antihistamines. I take the antibiotics. They give me the steroid shots, and I'm good. I got this. This is normal, you know, because I have a you know, a plan, and I can manage it. But when my sister, the dentist, Dr. Adrienne Williams, said, hey, because I was on Plexus before, and it was for weight loss, because I was like, oh, I had a friend, she was very, you know, high energy, good skin, but I saw the weight loss, and I said, okay, well, I got the products for that, and I stopped. I gave up and I quit because I didn't understand healing your gut is the key to unlocking your body's natural ability to heal itself, so you don't have to manage. You know, I took an oath to help people improve their quality of life, and I counsel patients all the time about, you know, their regimen and managing their disease state, and Western medicine and prescriptions play a big role in that. But if you could plug up that leak that is worsening the symptoms, how much better would you be to manage those things, or maybe not having to manage them at all? So all of those things that Erica says, we should have 20% bad bacteria, 80% good. So when she says dysbiosis, it is the imbalance of that gut. So it has flipped over for most of us, where we have 20% good and 80% bad. Well, why are we focusing on that? Why do we need to focus on that? Glad you asked. It's because when you feed the good bacteria, you are decreasing inflammation. When you stop the overgrowth of bad bacteria, you are stopping those sugar cravings, that carb craving cycle, that willpower that you think you lack, and that energy that you think you just don't have for whatever reason. Then you're seeing this is why. And so this is answering the question and filling in the puzzle pieces and the gap. Because prescriptions throw our balance off, pollution, lack of high quality foods, low soil quality, depression, stress, anxiety, all those things throw our balance off. So if we don't have a plan to get that ball rolling in the right direction with maintaining that balance and addressing it on a daily basis and making it easy, which is what Plexus does, then we still see that cycle continue. So I'm gonna let Erica go into the video.
Yes, that's beautiful. And you'll hear us talk about the products as Plexus. So let me add some clarity around that. Plexus is a plant-based supplement company that offers a very narrow but potent line of supplements that work on improving health and happiness from the inside out. And so you'll hear us say Plexus interchangeably, but what we're really talking about are a group of supplements that work synergistically together to help you produce the best results in your health. Today, we're going to focus on Triplex and some of the BFFs of Triplex, but there are other products that could help you reach your health goals. So it's really important to just keep in mind that the person who invited you or myself, if you're a guest of Weber, she's just getting started, so it may be myself or Rachel or Rhea, someone will be following up with you. So be ready. Don't send us to voicemail to ask you about your health goals and figure out what the right products are for you. So Rachel explained everything so beautifully. And then we have Dr. Pacheco, who is a doctor scientist that works with Plexus, to give us a little more insight into why this is what the missing link for so many of us.
The secret to feeling your best physically, mentally, and emotionally lies in your gut, because a balanced gut is key to helping us thrive. Hi, I'm Dr. Luis Pacheco. Everyone deserves to thrive with optimal health, and helping people achieve that is something I'm passionate about. Emerging science around the gut microbiome has taught us how important gut health really is. But many people may not know how to begin an effective daily supplement regimen. What I love about Plexus, with a powerful yet simple gut health system. Weed, seed, feed. That's all you need to remember. Let me share how it works. But first, you need to know a few key things about the gut microbiome itself. Trillions of microorganisms live in your GI tract. Some of them can help you thrive by supporting your immune system, improving your mood, and even helping you manage your weight. Others have been associated with unwanted effects such as fatigue, occasional GI discomfort, irritability, and even weight gain. The microbes in your gut are always fighting for more space, so the key is finding the right balance. If you want to feel healthy, happy, and confident, then you want more beneficial microbes and fewer unwanted microbes. It's a delicate ecosystem that's easily thrown off by poor diets, lack of sleep, stress, and other factors. And that's where weed, seed, feed comes in. Just like a garden, you can help your gut microbiome flourish with these simple steps. Start with Triplex. Triplex brings 3 advanced gut health products together in one powerful system. BioCleanse uses magnesium and citrus bioflavonoids to help weed out unwanted substances. ProBio 5 helps to weed out unwanted intestinal yeast with beneficial digestive enzymes, and it seeds your gut with healthy probiotics. And Slim Microbiome Activating feeds those probiotics with the prebiotics they need to thrive. For even more support, add Vital Biome to your daily routine to seed your gut with 8 clinically researched probiotic strains. And you can also hone in on supporting your weight management goals along with your gut health by choosing Slim Hunger Control. Don't let an unbalanced gut slow you down, because gut health can be simple and effective. Weed, seed, and feed your gut each day for the thriving health you deserve.
Yes, Dr. Pacheco, because you know what? We do deserve it. And anytime anyone joins our team, and by join our team, let's add some clarity around that. I don't mean that they start deciding they got to host Zooms every week. I mean, they just make that first initial step and decide that they are going to invest in themselves and in their health, and that they're going to make their health a priority in a way, which means they prioritize taking their product and doing their regimen. So you heard Dr. Pacheco talk about Triplex, and heard him talk about the fact that Triplex the products work together synergistically. And you heard Weber say that even in just a couple days, she has an improved bathroom regimen. I always try to find, ladylike ways to talk potty talk. And that's because if I were to ask you, what's the condition of your gut? Yes, you feel good. Yes, your energy is good. Yes, none of this applies to you. But what's going on the inside? What is your balance of good bacteria to bad bacteria? Yes, maybe you take vitamins, but what are you pouring those vitamins into? So I love this image and this illustration, because that pool at the top needs more than just a laxative. It needs more than just some vitamins poured into it. What it needs is a complete overhaul, which is where some of our systems are right now. It's why I was raising my hand on so many of those symptoms, because my system has been so out of whack, and it didn't happen overnight. This pool didn't just get like that, right? That's neglect. That is environment. That is poor maintenance that got it in the condition that it was in, the one on top. And so to get it to look like the one on the bottom, It has to be drained. Those sides, your gut lining, have to be scrubbed, and that's not enough. We need some of that bio-cleanse to move that yucky, gunky stuff out, and then we need those good prebiotics to replace it with good food to grow probiotics, to grow good bacteria, which we get from the probiotics. And so that's what we are urging you and encourage you to consider doing with us. Giving your system an opportunity to, maybe it doesn't look as bad as the one on the top, or maybe it's worse. So what is that investment when you think about taking products that can help you move your system from potentially a gunk overload, meaning 80% bad bacteria, 20% good, to where it needs to be with that 80% good, 20% bad. And so people sometimes think, okay, well, is this about weight loss? I don't need to lose weight. You heard Rachel talk about that initially she was attracted to the weight loss. So was I. I started the program because it was March. The gym had already shut down, and I'm not a worker outer at home. Like, I tried the home videos. My husband even bought us a bike. Thank God it wasn't a Peloton, because he would have made me get on it every day for $3,000. You know, we found one on OfferUp that was just good, but it takes me off the hook from having to ride it every day and earn that $3,000. And so I knew that I liked the gym for the social component, the camaraderie, the encouragement, and the classes, the variety. So when I started, I didn't have big expectations, y'all. I've done a lot of things in the past to lose weight quickly, and the weight that I lost seemed to just go back to the lost and found, some friends, and then come back. So that 10 pounds came back as 20. That 20 pounds came back as 30, and y'all know how it goes. So I started Plexus really just to keep from gaining weight. And so in this picture, you see March 2020 just to June 2020, and I need to take some updated pictures. I'm going to take some after we do our intermittent fasting challenge that's coming up, and we'll tell you about that on the end. It's going to be so fun. But what I noticed immediately, before I even saw a difference in myself, I felt the difference. And what I'd taken for new normal, because I was 47, because I'd had a hysterectomy, because I traveled a lot, all those things that gave me excuses to not feel my best, I realized that they were just that, excuses, because I could feel better if I just stayed consistent with a regimen that took care of the root cause problem, which was clearly my gut health. Because I raised my hand to show you guys the symptoms and the issues that I was having before. But if we were to go back through that same slide, not only, it's amazing when I think of how many things were dealt with by addressing my gut health. And then you see the picture of Rhea. I just was asking her when, as everyone was coming on, Rhea, you need to change your picture. I said, that has to be a pre-Plexus picture. How should I even know that? You want to know why I know that? Because every time I see Rhea, she's glowing from the inside out. And she's no skinnier. She was a Pilates instructor then. She was healthy then in what she thought was healthy, right? She drank bone broth and ate her beets and fed her children the rainbow. But at the end of the day, guess what? Gut health still improved her quality of life, her children's quality of life, her family, and how she looked and felt. I knew that that picture was a pre-Plexus picture because she looks younger to me now than she did before. So before we get into the products and the bundles and how you get them, because hopefully by now everyone's like, okay, how do I want mine, I'm ready to order, let's get started, let's do it. What we're gonna do now, first I wanna introduce Ebony and give her an opportunity to say hello to her guests, and then I have a little quick exercise that we're going to do as a team, just because I don't want y'all to just take my word for it. I don't want y'all to just take Rachel's word for it. I want y'all to hear with your own ears, just really quick, fast, some of the other people and the blessings that they've experienced by taking that time to get on a call like this. Some of them had to listen once, some of them had to listen twice, some of them had to listen 3 times. Don't be the 3 times person unless this is your 3rd time. If this is your 3rd time, we want you to be the 3 times person. But if this is your 1st time, then you can just go ahead and get it right from the start. So Ebony, will you say hello and just welcome your guests before we give them the 1, 2, 3 on some of the other health victories?
Yeah, thank you, Erica. Hey everyone, my name is Ebony Hadnot, Dr. Ebony Hadnot. I am was brought into Plexus or invited to Plexus by my good friend and colleague, Dr. Rachel Davis. So it just kind of was happenstance, honestly, for me. I had been researching probiotics for my son who was recently diagnosed with autism. And so I kind of took that as a measure as a wellness journey for our family as a whole. And this actually started prior to Rachel's invitation. So it all kind of just, the timing was perfect. I also started this whole health journey as well back in March when we were shut down with the pandemic. I did buy that Peloton bike. So anyway, Rachel, thank you for inviting me and introducing me to this. I have Shimona is a cousin of mine. She's on. My other cousin Kendra is on as well. And a really, really good friend of mine, Misty, she's on as well. So I know all three of these ladies have the same and similar challenges that I've had. So I just wanted to make sure that they were here to listen to, you know, the benefits of Plexus. So thanks also, Rachel, for being that advocate and bringing me on your journey.
Yes, thank you for being here. I see, okay, there you go, Eric.
Girl, okay, y'all, that's hilarious. That's my daddy. He's like, what's that stuff? What is it? I need to refill some of that. And you know, now that's a whole nother testimony. So, right, because y'all don't know him. He don't take nothing, but don't want to do nothing. He is non-cooperative. So, anyway, yes, so my mom says, his ex-wife says, can he be enrolled under her? So anyway, so what we're going to do now, you guys, is I want y'all to just really grasp onto how diverse the testimonies are. So this is the format that we're going to follow. I just want 3 or 4 of folks that are on the product. It doesn't matter if you've been on it a month, 2 months, 3 months, a year, 5 years. If you have a testimony, unmute yourself and follow this format. Hey, y'all, my name is Erica Davis Rouse. I joined Plexus. I started my products about 5 months ago. I remember I started my products March 31st. I started them to not gain weight. What I've gotten in return is not just weight loss, improved health, improved energy, reduction in my anxiety to the point where my doctor has decreased my actual prescription, my prescription meds, which I never wanted to be on for forever anyway. And my unexpected blessing was night sweats. Oh my God, my husband and I we can cuddle more at night because we're both not, you know, dripping sweat, needing the fire department to come in. And the financial blessings and just the team of beautiful women that I get to, women and men, honestly, that I get to work with and support, and the new folks that get to join the journey and that I get excited about hearing what their wins are going to be, like Ms. Weber and Dr. Ebony, and all of you guys that are still listening, wondering if it's possible that this could help you, or if we're all just cuckoo crazy and, you know, drinking some Kool-Aid that's got some stuff in it, which we kind of are, I guess, the pink drink, but nonetheless. Okay, so I'm going to call on you by who I see unmute. So unmute yourself so I'll know who to say to go next. Gloria, are you unmuted, Gloria?
No, I'm not. You hear me?
Yes, I heard you.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Oh, just come on. I'm 73 years old and having my best life because my beautiful daughter introduced me to the products. I have had 7 major surgeries in super pain all the time in my living God's beautiful life. And after I got on Plexus, to God be the glory, I got out of the bed and I started walking. So join me, guys. If I can do it, oh my God. Honest. My blessing was being able to spend time with my daughter, not worry about my extra bills. They come too soon. Instead of not having enough money at the end of the month. You know what I'm saying? I have more money now. So to God be the glory. Come on, Joy.
Yes. Okay, Rhea, more. You're up. Unmute, Rhea.
Hello, everyone. Happy Saturday. My name is Rhea Moore. I started as a customer with Plexus a couple years ago, and I was just taking the probiotic, and my kids were taking the probiotic, and I was sporadic with it. But then when I started being consistent, my GI issues, y'all, just went away. So I started that because GI issues. My gastroenterologist suggested I switch probiotics. I was having just a lot of GI problems, y'all. I've been seeing a gastroenterologist since my 20s. So for about 40 years. And I've been taking probiotics for that long. And then when I switched to the Probio 5, it was so different. And so I started consistently taking these products and sharing these products about 13 months ago. And life has completely changed. My entire family is on it. My unexpected blessing is my child's development has completely changed. My oldest has special needs, both, health, medically and development wise, and she's a different child. She's a completely different child to the point where I feel better about her quality of life and her future. So that is the biggest unexpected blessing, along with the fact that I don't wake up with my hands and my feet numb, which I had no idea before had to do with gut health, but it does. And I have not had a sinus infection in over a year, and I used to get them like every couple of months. So, and the other big, huge unexpected blessing is financial blessing. I am still a stay-at-home mom / Pilates instructor when the gyms are open, but because we have a child with a chronic lung disease, I'm not teaching. I haven't gone back. So, and I'm able to be at home, and I am bringing home the bacon now, y'all. Like, my husband's a chief financial officer, and I'm making more than him. I am like the main breadwinner of the house, and and I have not left the house since March. So that is the biggest financial blessing for my family, to be able to provide without being worried about coronavirus and having these multiple streams of income. And it just feels really good. It feels very good because I left my career in healthcare development and community health to be my daughter's caregiver. And so to be able to have an income now and still be there for my kids and my husband is priceless. It's just priceless.
Yes. I love it. Janine.
This Janine, look, I know that there's another Janine now.
Oh yes, Janine D.
The only child in me only hears my name, right? So that's like me, Janine. I just wanted to share with Rhea. I want to tag on to what Rhea said. So from a health perspective, for me, I actually feel a lot better, not just physically, because sometimes we focus on the physical, but mentally, because I was dealing with anxiety. And anxiety is one of those things that things seem so much worse than what they truly are. And that's a hard place to live, trust me. Can't sleep, chase thoughts, thinking about this, worrying about that. And so someone recommended, try these herbs and all. And I did that, and it worked for a little while. And then I will say that I started June 30th with Plexus, and I'm sleeping fully through the night, not going to bed at 12, waking up at 2, thinking about life, worrying about life, wake up 3. So it has helped me in that perspective. Then my daughter, who had to be hospitalized for chronic constipation, she is now, I have to make y'all laugh. This is probably TMI, but we're in the car and I hear like a little boop, and I'm like, and she's like, I got to get home and get to the bathroom. And that was something that I want y'all to know, you take for granted, but this was a kid who would go days and days without going to the bathroom. And I mean, that can be dangerous. And so, hospitalization, NG tubes. And that was as recent as she was 5, she's 11. We've done Dulcolax, Miralax, every lax you can think about to get her going. So I have to say, this has been such a blessing. And the unexpected, let me point all the way to the top. I'm a single mama and I do everything myself. My car note, my house note, my this note, my that note. And I was able to send my daughter to a private school that the tuition took my breath away. But guess what? Plexus paid it for me last month. Thank you very much. So I just had to share that.
Yes, I love it, Janine. And at some point in the month, y'all stay tuned. Janine and I lead a conversation really that talks a lot about gut-brain axis and how gut health is, oh my God, so connected to anxiety and depression and mood. And so y'all stay tuned for that. Okay, Myra, close us on out. What's you got, girl?
Hey, well, my name is Myra Johnson. I started the products a few months ago, and when I tell you this has really been a blessing, Janine is my cousin, so thank you. I thank her so much for introducing Plexus to me. I was having really bad constipation since I was a little girl. My mom said even as a baby, I suffered severely with constipation and a lot of gastro issues where I've had to be hospitalized thinking I was having a heart attack, but it was really the indigestion that was going on. So funny story, my husband and I, we were sitting down watching television, and you just have a aha moment. I realized after eating, I wasn't doing all the belching. I would wake up in the morning belching. I would go to sleep belching in the middle of the day. Janine can tell that was like a running joke in the family. Like, oh my God, you sound like a man. But I have not been doing that, and I feel better. I'm waking up before my alarm. I feel alert. And if anyone knows me, I'm definitely not a morning person. So for me to wake up before my alarm goes off and to have such a good day, it's been a true blessing for me. And my the financial, this has been really good, and I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful that I'm able to share about Plexus and helping people to have a healthy gut. So that's my little story. I'm so thankful.
I love it. And I love, I think the hardest thing to get people to understand or to connect to is the what if, because all of us have our standard or our normal so ingrained in us. If it's constipation, if it's poor sleep, if it's skin, or there is someone on our team that talks about dandruff, how she had to make sure she did not miss a hair appointment because her dandruff made her insecure, and so a lot of things, y'all, that we think about as health is also our mental health and well-being. So what are these products and how do we get them? So let's start talking about Triplex and a welcome pack. So what happens is when you say, yes, you want to do this, you get a very special offer from Plexus. Plexus is just a super generous company. And when you're brand new, you get the chance to get up to 8 products for the cost of about 4 products retail, right? And so you can join our journey 3 ways. One is as a retail customer, and the only people that buy retail is because you didn't know anybody, you didn't know any cool kids, anybody that was connected, and you just heard about the products, and nobody told you that there was a different way. So you go online and then you pay the top price. Yikes! Sorry that you didn't join the call when we told you to. The second way is as a preferred customer, and that's fine if you're going to dibble dabble, but if you are connected to someone on this line and we've explained to you how these products work synergistically and we are sharing with you how to get them wholesale, then that's the way that you want to go. So let's talk about some of these products. Triplex, that is the slim drink. You'll hear us talk about Pink Drink. You may have seen us promote Pink Drink on our social media. I'm not the scientist like Dr. Ebony and Dr. Rachel, but let me tell you this about Pink Drink. Pink Drink has beetroot extract, chromium, alpha-lipoic acid. See, I can't even say it. Alpha-lipoic acid, something. It has prebiotic fibers. Let me tell you just what it does if you don't care what all the different ingredients are. What it does is help regulate blood sugar, helps curb cravings. So 2 things. People say, oh, I don't want to do this until I can know that I'm ready. My mind is ready, or this, that, and the other. That's the wrong answer. The reason why your mind can't get ready is because the bad bacteria in your gut is running your mind. It's telling you it wants sugar, it wants carbs, it wants alcohol, it wants sweets, okay? And so what the Pink Drink does is it gives you the ability to make better food choices because it is helping tamp that bad bacteria down and telling it to be quiet, so that you realize you actually do like a nice salad and you don't need to have hamburger and french fries for every meal. So it's helping you understand the difference between what your body is actually craving, your body, and what the bad bacteria is craving. Bad bacteria always wants things that are, of course, bad. And if you don't think I'm telling the truth, I promise God, just try this regimen. Just try it. So then what is the BioCleanse doing? So while the pink drink is helping put the bad bacteria in its place and telling it to hush, go sit in the corner, the BioCleanse, which is a magnesium and citrus combination Dr. Pacheco talked about, is moving the bad bacteria out of your body. And that's why people talk about improved bowels. You should be using the bathroom after every meal. So I'm sorry if you think you're regular because you go regularly once a week. That is not regular. We should be eliminating after every meal. And if we haven't been eliminating after every meal up until today, when you're just finding that out, like, oh, I just found that out when? Oh, today ago. Then it's going to take your body even more time to get that reset in order to get all of that gunk and junk out. But it's going to happen in a natural way. And so you can Google the benefits of magnesium. There's many things that really are a result of magnesium deficiencies that, once again, we take as normal. And then ProBio 5, what that's doing is, while the Slim Pink drink is telling bad bacteria to hush, and then BioCleanse is telling it to go home, leave out the back door because the party's over, the ProBio 5 is like the white hats coming in to save the day. That's your good bacteria, okay? That's really there to give your body what it needs. And so those three products work synergistically together. Okay, Erica, but why are you showing me all of these other things? Because don't do what I did. Take our word for it that X Factor Plus, which is a highly bioavailable, ProBio 5 is also highly bioavailable and has an antifungal. Bad bacteria has a hard outer shell, which of course it would. Why wouldn't it? And so the reason why previous probiotics, maybe you feel like, I'm not sold on probiotics, is because they just didn't have what it took to actually get the bad bacteria out of your system. Whereas ProBio 5, you know, I think it's just genius of the scientists at Plexus. Not only did they make it freeze-dried, but they made it highly bioavailable, and they gave it an antifungal. So it's going to do the job that other probiotics cannot do. X Factor Plus is a super high quality multivitamin. Anybody that's dealing with any issues around hot flashes, hair loss, skin, hormone issues, X Factor Plus will become one of your new best friends, okay? All of these are like, I'm a Virgo, everybody's my best friend, and some people are my best friend, and some are my best friend. And so these products, sometimes I can't even differentiate between them, which ones I love so much, and that's good, because it's like one family with a bunch of children. You love them all for the different things that they bring to the mix, right? MetaBurn, for those of us that do want a little bit of accelerated weight loss, MetaBurn is a natural metabolism supplement. And so it's going to naturally help your metabolism. Trust me, I've tried all of those other things that, yes, maybe you lose weight, but then your heart is racing, you're breaking into a sweat, you're perspiring. That is not this. MetaBurn is a gentle metabolism booster that's all natural, that's just going to help your body burn more fat. Block is going to help you with your carb absorption. And then one of our other family favorites is Ease, which is a turmeric-based inflammation reducer. And so it's a pain reliever. You heard my mom talk about her surgery as well. I'm so glad that when she started taking Triplex and getting that inflammation down and dealing with some of that chronic pain, now Ease can help her when she does feel like she needs that extra support, or if you're a person that works out really hard and you want to prevent soreness. And so when you're new, you get a welcome pack that's a $360 value for $199. Now, do you have to get this exact combination? No, you don't. And that's why it's so important for the person that invited you to check in with you, because there's other options that they can offer you that will optimally meet your health goals. We didn't talk a lot about the mega kids, but there are some family essentials for those of you guys that have kids, and you heard from Rhea and you heard from Janine, and you feel like maybe that's the answer for your kiddo. I'm going to tell you that yes, it is. especially you guys, two things. One, if your kids are still at home virtual schooling, that means you just became a director of nutrition. So that means that you're now responsible for feeding them, you know, high quality foods for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks. That's a lot. There's chances that they may be missing something in that regimen. So the X factor for kids and the kids drink is going to help supplement some of those things that they may be missing, because it's too much to ask anybody to figure out a way to get their kids to eat vegetables for breakfast, lunch, and dinner and snacks, right? All the things that they need. If they're going back to school where there actually is a director of nutrition, guess what they need? They need the immune support. So either way, please talk to the person who invited you and figure out how to get the products ordered for yourself and for your kids. Now, if you just say, well, let me just start on Triplex, I kind of believe y'all, I think so. We got you on that too, boo. Boo, that's one of Ray's favorite words. We got you, boo. You can get the 3 Power Pack products in a welcome pack for taking a chance on what we're saying for $99, okay? Now, there's more. If $199, and this is another option for a welcome pack, just to illustrate that there are options for you if you don't feel like you're ready for the gentle detox that comes with Triplex. So if $99 or $199, you're like almost there. The person who invited you has a promo code. That's why I say, I told y'all you don't want to just go online and just order. They have a promo code that they can give you that you can use for an extra 10% off either one of those options, okay? I mean, what's to say no to right now? If that is not enough, if $360 worth of product, if, you know, potentially dealing with some chronic symptoms you've dealt with your, you know, maybe your whole life, getting relief for your kids and healing for your kids, having even the opportunity to get cash back if you want to and make a difference in your income. You don't have to, by no means, but you can if you want to. This is a great way to do it. If none of that is enough, guess what? These products come with a 60-day money-back guarantee. You literally have nothing to lose. Like there's nothing to lose here. I'm gonna stop my screen share. There's literally nothing to lose here. Plexus usually charges $39.95 just to have the opportunity to buy wholesale and to get that big juicy welcome pack for a super, super deep discount and to get that promo code for that extra 10% off. But right now, that $39.95, and I'm telling you the truth because I paid the $39.95. Like I gave that to Plexus and I still feel like it's worth it. It's only $9.95. And that unlocks your ability to buy wholesale for one entire year. It is not monthly. It is not a fee that you're required to pay recurring. It is a 1 year, one time, $9.95. And you get the benefit of earning points on every purchase you make, of buying wholesale every time you want to buy products, of getting cash back, referrals, meaning you tell one person, Plexus sends you 25 bucks or 20 bucks in real money, not Plexus money. Like they put it in your account, they Venmo you, they PayPal you, they put it on a card. Plexus is going to get you your money to you however you want it. And you get a welcome pack, which is going to give you a catered combination of products specific to your health goals at almost a 40 to 45% discount. Okay, so it's $448. I told you we weren't going to keep you guys long. I want to give you guys an opportunity to ask questions of some of the, I don't think we have any gentlemen on today, of some of the ladies that are on the call, because our testimonies are so very diverse. And so let's take a couple minutes and ask any questions that are keeping you from just saying, yes, I'm in. And look, the doors of the church are open. We'll walk with you. We're gonna walk with you. So please unmute yourself, or Rachel, or Rhea, or Janine. If you guys have noticed that there's any questions in the chat, can we address those now?
There was a question in the chat that was talking about how can Plexus products assist with the side effects of taking antibiotics? And I think that's a great question. Because that's all I knew as a pharmacist. That's the only time I knew people took probiotics. Before I now know the importance of it. It was to combat the diarrhea associated or fungal, and I didn't even know at that time they were trying to combat fungal infections. But as you know, they usually write you an antibiotic and then they write you antifungal because they know the yeast infection is coming after, right? What probiotics are doing, is specifically Probio 5, is replacing the good bacteria, because that antibiotic, it takes 1 year after one round of antibiotics to replace the balance in the gut. So what Probio 5 is doing is replacing the good bacteria, arming it with that antifungal, so you're combating and building back up your microbiome, gut microbiome. So such a good question. It is aggressively replacing what the antibiotic is taking out. So it's so important. Let's see. There's another question. Okay, so if I wanted to take consistently, then it would cost $100 to $200 a month to get full effects of all the products. So Sherry's asking that. Yes. So yes, consistency is important, and I'm glad you caught that. Initially, when I started on the products, I wasn't as consistent because I was like, well, that's kind of a lot of money to spend every month. So when I started understanding, I started being more consistent because I wanted really the relief that I was hearing other people have. So I was like, oh, okay, I have to be consistent, and I have to, okay, I had made it up in my mind that yes, I'm going to pay the money. It's worth it, because I was paying $50 for nasal sprays a month. And then my kids' inhalers were equally as expensive a month. So that was like $200 or $300 that I don't have to pay now because we're getting our gut right. So when you look at it in that way, then really it's saving you money. But if you want to talk about real life, this is coming out of my account every month, sharing with 2 or 3 to 5 people will get your products paid for. But if you don't want to do that, if you're not ready to do that, we can definitely help you do that. And that gets your products paid for, like Erica was saying. But think about it like this. That's an investment, because I stopped getting my nails done. I was easily paying $100 a month on nails, but I'd rather feel better than act like I feel better with the nail, because my nails are done right. Does that make sense?
No, yeah. I mean, and I think that's the place where we're coming from. You know, I think during the quarantine, we've seen people just make the decision because it's easier, because they weren't going to get their nails done anyway, or maybe they weren't going to the hair salon. And then by the time those things, they started, working those things back into their budget, they were feeling good. And they're like, I don't ever want to not feel good. So we'll just make it work out. Even for myself, I realized I was going to the nail salon so often. I was like, and then every time I'm so, I am an amenable, I think that's the word. So when they say, do you want the $35 one or the $55 or the $65, they were always talking me into the tea tree citrus, all the extra. And so my nail salon visits were more than $100. And so that was an easy 1, 2, 3 on the math for me, because I thought, this is an investment in myself, and not just in me right now, y'all. What I want us to think about is our bodies later. What are we doing in and for ourselves right now that is going to help us have vitality, youth, longevity in years to come? My cousin, my mom, I know that Janine's mom, there's my cousin Thelma, who's here on the call, there's other ladies that are on the products that are in their 70s and 80s, that this is like brought them that renewed youth, that matches their spirit, but maybe their physical body wasn't really as connected to how they felt on the inside, because they just weren't feeling their best. And it's like Plexus is adding more life to your life, and so it's really just a, you kind of have to to weigh it out. But what we hope is that if it's within your budget, you prioritize it, your health. And if it's not and you're nervous about that, then let us help you. I have people that share with 3 or 4 people. They make $400 to $450. And then in another 4 months, they'll tell a few more people, you know, just do it in a way that makes sure that you can be consistent on your product. This is not it's not a quick fix. And I know sometimes we want to microwave everything. This is a healing process. And we don't know how long it took your gut to maybe get to the condition that it's in. And so we want you to be mentally prepared for it to take a little time for that complete healing to transpire. Hey, Rachel.
Okay, so I think I missed a big thing, and I'm so sorry, y'all. Somebody asked about can the product help with eliminate joint pain? And when I was talking about the symptoms of dysbiosis, autoimmune disease, and research is showing, you can go look at National Institute of Health. A lot of research is going into, if you look at the functional medicine arena, they are pinpointing lack of key probiotics in the gut microbiome as a cause. If not, we know it worsens autoimmune disease, which arthritis is in that category. So if you don't hear me say anything else, reducing gut inflammation reduces overall inflammation and can help relieve. We're not saying we're diagnosing, treating, curing anything with these products. We're saying that if you reduce your overall inflammation load, you are equipping your body to heal itself. Your joint pain goes down. So it's not a specific product, but ease does definitely help. But that gut, getting that gut microbiome and that inflammation in your gut, leaky gut is a real thing, and it causes toxins to go into your bloodstream. It causes it to build up in your joints. It causes it to affect other microbiomes in your body. We have several: the lungs, your sinus cavity, nasal cavity. What other microbiomes do we have? The gut is the largest one. So your skin. So it's when the gut is off, because it's the largest one, is talking to the other microbiomes, and they're feeding off of that. So if it's disarray in your gut, your skin probably is not going to be the best. Your eczema, kids' eczema is aggravated. Joint pain, autoimmune diseases. We have several customers or team members on our team who have MS, and their symptoms are being helped with this product. So I hope that answers the question.
Okay, fire me, because clearly I've missed all the major big things. Is it Sherry or Shari? I'm sorry, I don't want to be mispronouncing your name. You asked about diabetes. Okay, so it's just, you just happened to get on the one call where there was not a specific diabetes testimony, but the pink drink was created for diabetics. So Rachel, will you talk a little bit about that?
Yes. So what is important with the pink drink and all the products is that they are all naturally sweetened with stevia. There are no artificial colors, flavors, dyes, anything like that. So these are all plant-based, high quality products. The Slim was the first signature product of Plexus, and it was designed for diabetics who needed help controlling their blood sugar. As a result of being able to help those patients, or those people dealing with managing diabetes, keeping blood sugars in a healthy range is the key to a lot of different, to equipping ourselves with relief from a lot of different symptoms. At all the diets, the fad diets, they kind of are around controlling your blood sugar. Atkins, keto, you're keeping your blood sugars in a healthy range. And that's what you're doing with the Slim. It has chromium that helps you to do that, healthy glucose metabolism. So we're seeing people's A1C go down multiple points within less than 3 months. Your cholesterol is going down from that. ALA in the pink drink. The pink drink has prebiotics that feed probiotics, because you can put the probiotics in, but if you're not feeding them, then you're just kind of like planting a seed and not watering it and giving it good soil. You know, you're just putting it there and then walking away. But with prebiotics in the Slim, you're feeding those good gut bacteria, so they're thriving. So that's the picture we want to paint. And I'm so glad you asked that, because if we had missed that, we would have missed a lot. Because this is the key for a lot of diabetics and pre-diabetics. People get off of metformin. You know, they're losing that weight. They're all the things that they may have struggled with before.
Yes, I'm fired because we like missed the two major: inflammation, body-wide inflammation, diabetes, and high blood pressure. The main three reasons people start Plexus is like, and those are huge. I mean, that's bigger than losing any kind of, you know, belly fat or whatever. So thank you so much for asking those questions. So you guys, it is 5 o'clock. Y'all have been fantastic. I mean, every time we try to make it short, I feel like we end up still talking for an hour. We will hang back for about 5 minutes. If there's anything anybody else wants to ask, but just know whomever invited you, please make sure you put your name in the chat, especially if you are on a phone where we don't know who you are. I see there's a Galaxy A20, and I think that know who 346 is. So please let us know who you are so we can.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm sorry. I heard you call out my phone.
No. Okay, so and so if there's any other guests that haven't let us know who you are, or if you, Weber, or Ebony, have questions about anybody that may or may not be on the call, I just want to make sure we don't miss anyone in our follow-up, and all of our other guests, for our wonderful team members. Thank you guys for being here and just letting us share our hearts and our passion with you. And we hope that you will take a chance on you. I always say, you know, we thank you now, you will thank you later, right? For taking and making the investment in your health. So we'll be here for about 5 minutes. And if you don't have any other questions, please hang up, disconnect, and immediately get on the phone with the person who invited you so that they can help you get your products ordered. Thank you all. Happy Saturday.
Yeah, happy Saturday, everyone. Thank y'all for hopping on.
Happy Saturday.
Erica, and I apologize if you did touch on the intermittent. I remember you touched on the intermittent fasting. I couldn't remember if when.
No, say it. Go.
Okay. No. You were saying, like, just wanted to touch on, Erica had mentioned y'all the intermittent fasting challenge that we're doing. And it's when you purchase your welcome pack, you can be added to the intermittent fasting if you want. So it's a free, like, intermittent fasting, like, challenge and info. It's a private Facebook group that the team is running. And so everyone who purchases a welcome pack this month can be in it, but it starts on Monday. So if you want to get started, if you get started and let your person who invited you know that you want to be added to the intermittent fasting group, and we will still add you, and we'll even try to get at least some slim samples to you quickly. So that should get started. At least we'll send you some samples of that. So whomever invited you, ask them about that, y'all, because I'm excited about it. I'm excited. I'm
excited about it too, because I think, when Rachel said today you can drink the pink drink during the during the fasting hours because it has less than 30 calories, I was like, oh, I can do this.
Yep.
I'm ready now.
Yep.
I'm ready.
Well, thank you, everyone. Good job, Erica. That was a great call. That was very informative.
Thank you, Rhea.
Thank you, Erica.
I feel like some kind